Welcome to BTS Spins FF's disclaimer. This is a complete work of fan fiction. One was coming back from her work, and that's when her eyes landed on a familiar figure standing on her way, who tucked his hand in his pocket. Her breath. Why are you reacting like this, Wyan? Just take a deep breath. You should be fine. Don't worry. He's no one to you anymore, and moreover, he can't do anything. Aha was hurting, but she continues to repeat this mantra in her brain to motivate herself. She tried to approach Ryan, but she completely ignored his presence and passed by his side, leaving him dumbfounded. 6 months ago, someone said Wine will never leave her boyfriend, then she would laugh on him now. But it was her new truth and reality now. She left the miserable vulnerable Wine long ago when she moved out of his house. She left her old version there long ago. Jungkook followed her behind. He pulled her arm, making her lose her balance as he turned her around to make her face him. One eyes widened in shock, realizing what just happened. Her heart was beating in immense pace, but getting her senses back, she grits her teeth. What the you think you're doing, Jungkook? My ex-boyfriend? No, actually, we were never in a relationship. You just want to take me to. She spatted bitterly with hatred in her eyes as she scoffs in disbelief. His grip on her arm tightened, making her close her eyes in slight pain. As she let out a shaky breath and with all her force, his hand away from her. We need to talk, he mumbled slowly. Stay the away from me, Mr. X, because you surely disgust me. Her words was like a venom, but he didn't move. Obviously, whom I'm kidding, the same from months ago. She spat back in hatred and Jungkook felt something broke in his heart. Please, Wan, listen to me. Wan took a deep breath to calm her nerves a little before facing him. From which right you want to talk with me? Moreover, I don't think we have anything specific to talk about, Mr. X. Have a good day. With that saying, she turns to leave. Jungkook again pulled you towards him, making you directly land on his. Let's talk, please. His voice was softer than she ever heard before. She looked in his eyes and then their proximity as her heart started beating faster. It took her a few seconds to realize her position and she immediately took a step back, but Jungkook held her firmly in place and Woyan gritted her teeth. You lost some brain cells, don't you? She unknowingly had low lip to moisten the dry surface and he wants to. That's perfect. Himself. He closed his eye as he tried to divert his attention at what is necessary right now. I came here to talk with you. There's nothing between us to talk about, and stop following around everywhere like a pathetic. He clenched tightly on her rude comment, but composed himself. Just 10 minutes, I promise, went scuffs in disbelief. I don't think so. I have a potential to listen to you, neither I want to see you ever again. She was looking down as she closed her eyes and his grip on her waist loosened too. When did we become this far? We were never close, Jungkook, even when we were living together. She pulled away from him with all her force and ran away from there, wiping her eyes. I was threatening to shed any time now. She was thinking that she got over him and his presence won't affect her anymore, then it could be a great lie because even meeting him after months, he still holds the same effect on her body. Her heart still beats same like before. For him, she was screaming inside but pushed her feelings back. She didn't saw him for the next few days, and as much as a part of her heart who still held back to his memories wanted to see him often, she was thankful enough to not see him because his presence only hurts her now. She still remembered his each word like he had just walked those few minutes ago. One was so late when she returned home today. Her new book was releasing soon, so she was more busy than usual and was too tired after working all day. She hastily went towards her apartment, but her steps halted as soon as she reached in front of door. Her started beating faster. There was standing Jungkook in front of door when clenched. Her first instinct says to leave from here and let him wait, or he will leave when he got tired. which she was sure won't be more than a few minutes. But then the second thought came in her mind. Why does she even need to hide from him? She did nothing but to trust him blindly. But he was the one who broke her heart not once but multiple times. One sighs and went towards the door, not sparing him even a single glance towards him. Wine, he murmured, as soon as she reached in front of the door and was now opening the door. And please listen to me, he pleaded, and a shiver ran down her spine. As she hastily turns to look towards him with the emotionless expressions. I think we're to talk. It's better if you leave because I'm very capable of call cops, she cleared him madly. I know you're mad, but please just listen to me once, she chuckles, leaving the key in the keyhole and slightly turns towards him while folding her arms. Mad. I just despise you, Jungkook. I hate your existence on this planet. I'm sorry, I really am. Please listen to me, please. He bugged something in his eyes and went around to leave. Okay, fine, but you have 30 seconds. Make it quick. Make it 5, please. His every word was he was begging them to. 1 minute, not even a single second more. And your time starts now. He gulps a lump, clearly indicating he's tensed. It was my ex. She was two time at the same time. He raced out. She cheats on me with my very own best friend. Well, he was also not aware she's my girlfriend because I never introduced her to my friends. He took a deep breath. Finding another man's message in your phone messed up those memories. You may say I manipulate my mind with same fear when. I know I have some serious trust issues and I blabber whatever comes in my mind that day without even thinking about it. But the truth is I still love you and I can't live without you. It was true, my insecurities took over me and I know I hurt you, but please trust me this last time. I was not playing around. Each and every moment I have spent with you was happiest moment of my life. My life that was pure for me. I know what you must have felt after I left that day, that I was just you, and I can understand if you don't believe me, but it's also true that I only have feelings for you. I really love you, and I love you so much, baby. Please forgive me. I know it's true, Ollie, but please let's get back together. You're so delusional, Jungkook. Please, man, I promise I'll try to change myself for you. I'm even ready to take a therapy. I'm tired when I can't stay away from you anymore. I can't see your hateful eyes, he sobs. Please, Wayne. Also felt her eyes turning glossy. As much as I sympathize you after knowing your ex's story, I'm not same life girl anymore, Jungkook, nor accept people anymore. If you think I'll get back with you after listening your story, you're just wasting your time. Please step aside. I need to get inside. He gulps, moving away from her door and went get in her room. Entering in house, she wasn't able to hold her trembling self as she fell on the floor, her back leaning on door, and warm tears started rolling down her cheeks. But on the other side, silent tears are also rolling down from Jungkook's eyes as well. Regret and remorse was the only thing left in his life now. He was miserable and he knew himself he lost Diamond with his own hands. 5 months passed, but he didn't give up on her. He knew she was the only one for him, and his obsession for her was not any less. He knew he made a mistake and he was ready to do anything to get her back. After a week from that incident, Gwen have not seen him around, but as 7 days passed, one saw Jungkook in her very own office. Not only that, she also found out that he was going to work in her peer team from now on, staying in the same company, same department, same roof. The first thought comes to her mind after she got to know about this was to resign her job, but she loves her job and she was working in a good position as an author, and he was not worthy of all this attention. So instead of giving him attention for no reason in particular, she tried her best to ignore him, but he never failed to get her attention for himself and get on her nerves with every possible chance he got. Unknowingly, it was making her heart beat for him all over again. He's staring you for more than 10 minutes now. When once colleagues informed Gwen, who was engrossed in her work and didn't realize anything like this, one looked up towards him. Who? See yourself, she pointed and went moved her gaze towards the direction only to see Jungkook, who was already staring her intently. Her heart started beating faster, and it was not new. The same thing was happening for more than 2 weeks now. Even though Wine was trying her best to push those old feelings away and not let anything affect her, but those old feelings would start coming back like a old chewing gum who stuck somewhere and never detached easily. Wine immediately averted her gaze to the side, her breaths uneven instead of normal pace, but shaking her head as she tried to concentrate on her work instead. He's trying his best, Wine. Wine didn't speak. I know he made a mistake, but he's also putting efforts just to get your trust back. Trust me, only I real men do this. One size. Do you think what he did was forgettable? I can understand everything, Nia, but even if I try to open my heart for him again, I'm not able to forget the humiliation. When try to give him a chance, just a last chance. I'm not telling you to forget or forgive him everything to no. I'm just telling you to give him a chance. If you think he is still the same and there's no way possible he is going to change himself, then leave and never return back. Nor I ever say you this ever again. But let's do this at least after giving him a last chance. You won't be able to regret later. One has a lot of things roaming in her mind, but she nods, Anninga's words. She knew everything happened between Wayne and Jungkook, but after watching his efforts, she can say otherwise. A week later, Wan had not met with Mia after that day in her home where she saw Jungkook. Mia also wants Wan to give Jungkook a chance to prove himself, just like what Nia said. She had the same opinion. He had changed. One can understand he was her very own brother after all, and no matter what, even if she was her best friend, she can't compare herself to her siblings. She sighs, massaging her temples. Office time ended, and as expected, Jungkook was waiting for Wine outside of his building. She smiled internally, feeling the gesture special. He was doing the same thing for the last 5 months now, and as much as it annoyed her before, it starts to flutter her heart now. She starts walking, and he follows her behind silently like a lost puppy. God, he was doing many things, her without even doing much, and just realized that all feelings she had for him never ended. They were always somewhere in her heart. She just subsided them with a mask. She stopped in front of her apartment and saw the Jungkook. He was standing on fair distance away from her. He waited for her to get inside, and after that he will also leave. But Wayne didn't enter in her house, making him raise a brow and slightly worried for her as well. Is everything alright? Are you okay? He finally asked, hesitantly, and a small smile formed her lips. He had been doing many tiny little things for her without even getting attention, but Wayne always knew it was him who did this for her. From taking care of her meals, work, safe arrival, giving her company even from a far distance when she needed it, making sure she was comfortable, and many other tiny things. One master faced and called one as just slightly turned towards him. When are you going to end this? He gulps a visible lump, knowing very well where the conversation is going. When I never cross my limits, nor ever try to invade your personal space. I know you don't like to see me around you, but don't get me wrong, please, and don't make me helpless by pushing me away from you. And may I ask why? You know the reason already. He looks down. No, I don't. Please elaborate it. Because I'm sorry for everything, and I still have same feelings for you, and I want you back, but it is fine if you don't. He moved his gaze and thought, what feelings? He sighs. Feelings of love, to keep you just for myself, to really love you infinite till my last breath, and won't able to live without you. He breathes out, looking down, and Wan took some calculated steps towards him. And where those feelings went that day, Jungkook, she sputtered, and he stared her in guilt, while she was also holding back to not cry. I told you many times before, and I'll say it 1,000 times again. It makes you realize how much I'm sorry for what I did, and how much I still loves you. What happened that day was a complete mistake. It will never happen again, I promise you. Please forgive me. Are you being sincere? He nods. Yes, I am, I promise. She stared at him for a few seconds without speaking. She muttered in space between them. His ears perked up on her word as he looked towards her, dumbfounded. Are you being serious, or is this just another test? What do you think? Keeping the space behind, she slightly pulled him from his shirt, and this his eyes slightly widened, and it took him a few seconds to realize what is actually happening. But when he realized, he responds, letting himself lost in the moment. If it was a dream, he never wants to wake up from it. On After a few minutes, as she her forehead with his, don't get me wrong, babe, but what this is, and how do I take it as? I need to know that you won. Here is a bro. How? I'm giving you another chance. I mean, last chance. If you fail me this time too, you will never be able to see me ever again. I promise. Feltus has slightly glossy, and he smiles widely. And before my realizes, he picks her up and spins her around. Thank you so much. Thank you, Wayne. I really love you, and I promise I never broke your trust this time. He smiles wholeheartedly, but she turns to him with a beautiful smile lingering on her. I suggest you to grab this chance before you lose your all chances. She creases his face slightly with a smile, and he nods, wiping his eyes. I promise I will not lose this chance. He smiles, his lightly teary eyes, and she returned him a soft smile. Thanks for watching.